Hey everybody, Brian here from quantlabs.net. We got a couple of us hopefully going to talk some technology tonight. Hello Arthur, Jeff is aboard, some of our regulars, got some new people coming aboard. Hey to Alexander, Leo, Sid, and somebody else coming aboard. Let me just open up my screen here. I don't know if there's a real need, but there's really no formal presentation tonight. Okay, can you guys see my screen? Just give me a yes in the chat box. Hi Alexander, how are you? Just give me a yes. Okay, Jeff says you guys can see my screen. Awesome. Alright, so like I said, I'm keeping it really simple. I'm here to serve you guys. As I said, this will probably be my last session where I'll openly talk about technology and what I'm doing. Just due to the fact I'm going into more of a secrecy kind of mode as I move into more technology. That's kind of, I don't want to say proprietary. I've been doing it for 5 years, so it's time for me to start working on strategies and math and all that kind of good stuff. So what I want to do is I want to take your questions. I know there's probably going to be some language questions and stuff. So like I said, I haven't muted anybody. So if you do have some background noise, just self-mute yourself. But at the other end, I want to keep the mics open for y'all. Just so everybody knows, tonight, I don't know where you guys are Skyping in from, but I will be doing another one of these. 11:30 my time, which is New York time. This is for the Asian and European Mideast markets. I've been growing like crazy on Facebook, so a couple of people have asked me to do that, so I'm doing the first one tonight to see how that goes. So I might do these if it goes well, if I have enough people, I'll definitely do these in duplicate sessions. Alright, enough blabbing. At the lower right under the chat box, you'll get your questions. So you guys want to start lining them up. I know I got some other people who might be able to help out here too. There's 7 of us. I have no idea how long this will be. I'm here to help you out wherever I can. I've got my browser open. I can show you some of the videos I got to direct you to what you would need, and so forth. So does anybody have any questions, or who wants to talk technology? If not, I can give you a little drill down of questions I can ask you, and we can maybe hopefully get some conversation out of that. So who's got the first question? Anybody at all? Jeff, do you have a question? I know you're an experienced guy. Arthur, do you have a question? Anybody?
So what trading software is everyone using? What language?
Okay, for me, I'm looking at Java. I'm looking at C#. As I was telling you, Jeff, just so I'm not sure when people joined my community or what I do, I've been pushing a lot of this project, it's called Infragistics. It's pretty powerful stuff. I don't have any running demos on my desktop right now, but let me just see if I can pull up a demo app. You can check this out. This is a .NET application. C# is a C# or .NET library. So I'm going to be doing Java and C#. I would rather do everything in Mac or Linux, but the problems are I just can't find good charting in the world of Linux and Mac. Yeah, Arthur says, yeah, that's right, Arthur. It is a competing product, Dev Express, but I do prefer, I have both, but I prefer Infragistics. So let me just, I don't know what's going on with my internet here. Maybe I'll pull up another browser here. So to answer your question,
down.
What's that?
Maybe it's the snow that's slowing down your computer.
Ah, yeah, the Canadian joke. Let me just see. I don't. Infragistics. Also, another big one that I'm using is it must be their site, but it's a this little application right here is what I'm talking about. This is one of them, the finance stock dashboard. They also have .NET, iOS versions for it for Apple, iOS, iPhone, iPad. It's really cool. I have the ultimate license, so for just a couple of grand, you can save so much time with it. And in here you can get some demo apps. So here, I'll put the site's called Infragistics. It's pretty cool. I just put it in the chat box. I don't want to go too harping on about it. And the other big one that I'm using, Jeff, is MATLAB. I don't know if you guys have been following me on my MATLAB stuff, but I've identified some applications that you could do risk control, portfolio optimization, and I'll show you some examples for MathWorks. So let's say if you want to learn about MATLAB webinars, let me say portfolio optimization as an example. You can just, I'll put this one in the chat box as well. You just register and you can watch this video and you get this guy talking about basically a small application that handles all your portfolio optimization for you. Very cool. This one uses VAR. There's another one for conditional VAR. It's very powerful, and you get the code too, as in here under their MATLAB Center. Just download it, ready to go. So that's one of the big reasons why I'm using MATLAB as well. Does that help you out, Jeff?
Yeah, so what are these products mainly built in, Java or C++ or what?
Well, MATLAB's built in obviously Java, but it works really nice with both Java and .NET. I put up some YouTube videos to show how MATLAB can interop with both Java and MATLAB. You have a MATLAB coder that can co-generate into C++. Not only that, but in the new MATLAB 2014B, let me just show you this. You can actually call Python from MATLAB itself. It's a new feature. Yeah, it's very powerful. So these functions can now be called right from within MATLAB directly. It's very powerful, and they just put this in the latest version. So in your case, I know you're a Python shop, so you can easily enable all your calls from within Python, or sorry, MATLAB. Very powerful.
Yeah, I know. Someone sent to me that a couple of weeks ago. It's really good. We're playing around with it.
So you know about it, yeah. So who knows? Maybe you might come to the dark side and join us in the MATLAB world. Who knows? But it's a great feature. I mean, they're very open to a lot of technologies. Arthur says, how much in terms of volume of trade data MATLAB can handle? Is it comparable to R? Arthur, to answer your question about that, what you need to understand is I use MATLAB or R. I've used both for just developing trading ideas. The actual code, because of MATLAB, where you can easily extend your MATLAB scripts, you can easily have them get called from within, let's say, a C# or a Java application using a product. Now these are no different than Builder toolboxes versus R packages. So there's a package called, a toolbox called Builder JA, and the Builder JA enables you to call from a Java application. There goes my my Firefox here. Hang on here. I got Chrome in the background here, ready to go. Let me just load up my MATLAB Builder JA. So what you could do is you could develop your scripts in MATLAB and then have them get called from your Java application, which is very powerful. And you can also do the same thing with what else can you do? .NET, C#, VB if you wanted, Excel even as a Java add-in. There's a lot of options that MATLAB gives you. I'm just trying to think of where I can get a proper, let's see if this is a good one. they've done some kind of change to the create a package from. Here, let me just show you this. So this is as an example. I'll put this. This is a working example you can get from MathWorks on Java to get Java package to call and create a Java package from MATLAB code. Yeah. So this will walk you through the process using the Java Builder toolbox. It's very powerful. Are these add-ons priced individually? Yes, Arthur, they are. Let me just show you. Okay, so if you come under MATLAB Home, there's like a Home edition of MATLAB. These are very cheap. So you can get the core MATLAB for 149 bucks, and then you add on your toolboxes for 45 bucks, and then there's a whole slew of them. I'll give you that link as well. The problem is, like I said, the MATLAB Home edition is really meant for, I got an idea, I want to develop it and create some kind of Java script or some kind of MATLAB script. Once you want to start stepping outside of MATLAB, being able to convert that and connect it into Java, .NET, C++, whatever, that's when you got to take that license, go commercial, and that's when it gets very pricey. You're getting into the thousands of dollars. But to start with, the Home Edition is great, just to test out MATLAB, and you get full legit everything. And as you said, yeah, you got the $99 student edition there as well. But a lot of us aren't students, so we got to settle for the $149. It's only 50 bucks. That's no deal breaker there. Hopefully I'll help you out, man. Anybody else got any questions? I appreciate you guys coming online for this. This is awesome. Don't be shy. Oh, which add-ons do I use, Arthur, or for Leo? Let me just, okay, definitely a lot of them actually, Leo. I do a lot of Simulink, or down the line I'll be doing a lot of Simulink. Let me think here. Okay, Stateflow I use, Sim Events I use, the Report Generator I use, the DataBox Toolbox I use. I will be using the Link EX for Excel. It's quite obviously the Trading Toolbox I'd use, Financial Instruments, the Data Feed, Econometrics, the Financial Toolbox, because obviously these are computational finance toolboxes. I think that might be a good chunk of them, because all the other ones are more scientific or engineering specific. Sometimes you can use the signal processing. The fuzzy logic one can be quite good. System identification is another good one. These are for like unique trading ideas that you can apply to the world of trading, and really come away with some very cool trading ideas. You can't do these with R or Python. Not that I've seen, at least. Neural network, obviously. Statistic toolbox, the partial differentiation, symbolic math, the parallel. It's just, you obviously see I'm using a good half of them. So those are the ones I've experimented with. Not sure if that helps you out, Leo. But again, you know, for 45 bucks, you can get the entire batch for under $1,000 bucks. I mean, for me, that's pretty good. But as I said, once you want to step outside of the MATLAB and extend MATLAB into C, Java, or .NET, that's when it gets pricey. Bruce says, I've been using MATLAB for 10 plus years. One very well-organized source of info is, yes, the undocumented MATLAB. Let me show you that. That's a very good site. For anybody who's not familiar with this, is pretty cool. There's Yair, who's the founder and owner of this company, and this site. He's got a product called IB. I don't know where it's IB. There's a product he's got called IB MATLAB. It's a plugin that allows you to trade directly and execute your trades and execute your orders from MATLAB. with interactive brokers. It's a very cool site. So I can put that again in the MATLAB or the chat box. Anybody else got any questions at all? So like I said, I'm here to help you out, whoever might have some ideas or training ideas. What data feeds do I use? Okay, let's talk about data. Okay, the ones that I use, Leo, is this company called IQ Feed. They're very cool. Right now, I like IQ Feed for a number of reasons. The reason is, let me just see if I can get the feed calculator here. So let's say here you have all these different, actually it doesn't matter, we'll just say whatever. Okay, so what you get here is you get access to all these feeds here, all this data, ICE, Eurex, CME, CBOT, Oprah, ICE again, Eurex, so many, and these are the prices you're paying, and it's tick data, $36. You get the basic feed for, I think it's $65, and then you, on top of that, you add these monthly fees to whatever you want to listen to or have access to. And the other cool thing is MATLAB, one of the toolboxes allow you to use IQ Feed as part of their data feed toolbox. So you can use this with MATLAB as well, or pretty well any other language, be it .NET, C#, C++, and Java. They have various examples, but obviously you got to get a developer's license and all that. So that's a different story. FreeMat looks like a free replacement to MATLAB. Arthur, yeah, there's numerous ones. There's ones called Scilab. The most popular one's called Octave. I've kind of played with it. If you want a free version, it's cool, but it's not the same as the real MATLAB. I think Bruce says Octave is an alternative to MATLAB. Is one of my only pieces of software I know that is worth every penny. Yeah, I agree, Bruce. That's just me. And there's other tools as well available for you, Arthur, as well. Like there's Scilab, as I said, and these are supposed to be compatible with MATLAB, but they're kind of not. So I'll put this in here as well. So those are two alternatives if you don't want to use MATLAB. But the thing is, if you're going to go this route, you might as well just go to R or Python, to be honest. MATLAB is its own world, and a lot of people use it for obvious reasons. I'm not sure if that helps you out, Arthur, because I think you're an R guy, right? Anybody else got any questions at all? We don't have to talk about MATLAB all night. Just one of the reasons why I like using it. What database do I use? Leo, good question. Right now I'm using Postgres. Just due to the fact, nope, got that wrong. I used to use MySQL, but to be honest, Oracle has purposely been pretty well destroying the quality of the database that I've been noticing. And there's Julia or Maria as an alternative. The one I was trying to work with Oracle last week, didn't get very far with it, so I gave up on that. So I think over time I'll probably move everything over to SQL Server, just due to the fact of I get a lot more advantages with it. Now I'm not going to be using this for live trading purposes, just for housing data and using it for reporting purposes and all that sort of thing. So I'm not sure if it'll help you out, Leo, but I think I'll be going back to SQL Server the way it's looking. Even though I don't want to be using Microsoft technologies, but it just seems I always come back to Microsoft for some reason. Bruce asks, do you know of a source for NSC's PCF portfolio composition file that defines the constitution cache components for ETFs daily from OTCC. That sounds like a really institutional type of package you're looking for, Bruce. I mean, as I said, I'm using IKEFeed for those sort of things. That probably a little too far down my line. Source for portfolio composition file. I'm not even sure. I've never even heard of this. Anybody else can help out Bruce? That'd be awesome. Yeah, I'm not sure. I wouldn't know where to go. Like I said, I'm just using market data, whatever IKEFeed provides me pretty well. Sorry, I wish I could give you a better answer, Bruce. Anybody else got any questions at all?
No?
No.
No,
Okay. Like I said, the mics are all open. Does IKEFeed have historical tick level data? Yes, it does. As far as I know, it can store up to 9 years of tick data. It's very powerful. It's probably one of the cheapest ways to store data. If you go to my YouTube channel, just type in anything IKEFeed. You can find all kinds of things that I do with IKEFeed. I'm just going to make a noise here. Let me just show you. I've got so many demos of what I do with IKEFeed, so I'll just give you the general search, and you just kind of go through what fancies you. And the same thing with my blog. But these are all the videos. So you can do all kinds of crazy stuff with IKEFeed. But yeah, to answer your question, you can definitely use historical data, as I said, up to 9 years. Some pretty powerful stuff you can do with IKEFeed. And it's pretty cheap, as I said. It's about 100. I can spend up to 150 a month, which isn't too bad for data compared to Bloomberg or Reuters, which can run you over $1,000. Anybody else got any questions? Like I said, don't be shy. There's no stupid questions here. I don't want people to think that. I mean, I do get the question of what languages do I use, and I keep probably repeating 2-3 times a week the same questions. You know what I mean? Anybody else? As I said, I have no presentation tonight. I'm just trying to see if anybody else might have some questions they'd like to have answered, or I can help out to help you meet your goals in trading. How many of you guys are in an automated trading mode right now, like live trading? I think sounds like Bruce is pretty advanced. I know Jeff was pretty advanced with all the new guys on board. How many of you guys are live trading? Just give me a yes in the chat box, or even if you're no. How many of you are retail traders or day traders, just trading the manual, old school way? I call it the caveman way. Anybody at all? No? Oh, manual trader, Leo is. Are you a developer, Leo? Or a software developer? Okay, good. Yeah, you're an advantage, that's for sure. What languages do you focus on? Auto trade, yes. Retail, no. Alexander says he's a software developer. Leo's C# guy. What languages are you, Alexander? And Alexandra. C++. Wow, that's pretty heavy-duty stuff. And I know you, Bruce. I'm going to assume you're just a MATLAB guy. Yeah, good. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I think definitely C++ is the premier language for quant and all that sort of stuff. Yeah, MATLAB and C. Yeah, are the top 2 languages for sure. Bruce, would you say you're no, I won't say quant guy, but are you more of a advanced? I mean, let me ask you this: are you self-employed, or are you working for somebody? Quant, yeah. Self-employed, yeah. I mean, we get a lot of people that are self-employed. I think most people that do this are a lot more successful.
Não, agora não dá.
É.
Deixa aí que eu já pego.
I would just mute. Sorry, Alexander, I had to mute him. Sorry. Yeah, so like I said, Quant is definitely. Bruce, do you do live execution at all with C, or are you doing it from within MATLAB, or what are you trying to do? Are you trying to do live execution? Because I think you said you're not doing trading execution yet. But for anybody that's interested, I do like what Bruce is doing. I do get quite a few people where they say MATLAB for prototyping or idea generation, and then Java, C++, C# as part of their execution. And it's a great bridge between the two software tools or languages. Anybody else got any questions at all? I could blob all night. I don't want to make it about myself. Could you talk about how you? But okay, Bruce. MATLAB for development, but C for production. MATLAB is too slow for read time. Low latency trading, but outstanding for back testing. Yeah, I agree, Bruce. Are you using a code generator for MATLAB to do that? Just so people know, I think one of the most powerful features of MATLAB is the MATLAB coder. Maybe a lot of people don't know about this. I don't think they do. But this is one of the more expensive options for MATLAB. This option is amazing. So what you have is you can take your MATLAB code. Doesn't support all the functions for MATLAB. Doesn't support a lot of them actually. But if you keep to the base core product of MATLAB and try to use as little toolboxes as possible, you have the ability to actually generate C or C++ code from it. Which is very powerful. It saves a lot of time and effort, and I've looked at it. It's pretty efficient code as well. So Bruce says co-generate. Yes, it's a great place to get a head start, but you still have to do mods. Yeah, I agree. Yeah, you'll have to do a lot of modifications. If you want to get really fancy, I can show you something else. Let me just put this in the chat box if you want that. MATLAB. If you go to MATLAB, you'll see there's another product that they have called MATLAB Simulink. So what Simulink is just a model, visual way of building models. How difficult? Easy to publish visualizations to the web off of MATLAB. It's not too hard, actually, Arthur. There's a report generator that you can do it through. I'll just get back into Simulink in a minute. Let me just answer Arthur's question here. Sorry, Arthur. MATLAB report generator. There's another toolbox for report generation. So you can take your code and basically, with your comments and structure your comments a certain way, you can actually generate HTML templates right here. You can create PDFs from that. I do believe Word documents even, but you can definitely do HTML quite easily. It's quite powerful. Check that out, Arthur. Let me go back to the Simulink. So going back to the Simulink coder, so you can build MATLAB visual blocks and be able to do code models from it. Like basically, here's a block, join it, and then like flowcharting basically. But the powerful thing with the coder, not just with the coder, but there's also something called a Simulink coder, and it's the same concept where if you take your visual code within Simulink, you can also generate C or C++. Okay. Again, you can't do that with R or Python. Very powerful. So if you're not even a developer, this is a really good option, or really strong at developing. Simulink is an amazing tool that enables you to basically build a model and generate code from it. But you still obviously got to know how to manipulate the code to what you want it to do. But it's great for rapid trading idea generation. A lot of people don't know about that. It's not a cheap option, but if you were to hire a coder at, I don't know, $50K a year, you'll be spending, I don't know, $15K a year for this, and that's good for 4 years. So it's an awesome option. And also, I forgot to mention, if you ever want to go FPGA, you can go FPGA from the same process. So this code generation process not only generates C or C++, but it'll generate HDL code for you as well for FPGA boards. And that can be obviously used for high frequency trading. That is powerful. Who else got questions? Maybe some questions may come out of that what I just showed you. I plan to go this route in the next, not couple of months, but I have a workflow that will enable you to go through this. Anybody else got any questions on that? Because like I said, I don't want to focus on me. But if there's something else you want to see, I can definitely show you. It's called MATLAB MuPad. The MuPad is very powerful as well. So let's say if you, hang on, I'll show you the MuPad in a minute if you want to see that. Okay, so Alex came back with some questions here. I'm starting with high performance with C++. What can help? What can you say? It's great. I'm studying Boost library. Yeah. The cool thing about this stuff, Alexander, is I'm hoping, because if you're able to develop your own algorithms, you can develop your own C++ algorithmic library, I guess, something like no different than the NAG library. If people don't know about that, let me just show you. NAG. There's this well-known library used by banks called the NAG. This library is worth thousands of dollars. A lot of people don't know it, but the NAG is an industry standard. The cool thing about using MATLAB and code generation, you can build the equivalent of your own library like this from your own trading ideas. So that's another powerful benefit of using something like MATLAB. No problem, Alexander. I hope I'm getting your name right. It's the DRE that's throwing me off at the end. Sorry about if I'm butchering it. Okay, so as I said about MuPad, let me just see how I can show you an example of this. Let's say, I'm trying to think of an example here. MuPads, we all know about latex. Basically what MuPad is quite equivalent of the latex editor from MATLAB. What they've done is it's better than latex, actually, I find. Let me think here. So you have one of my videos here on this. I'll just give you the URL links. You can watch this video that I put out. Basically, what it does, it enables you to build like from a scientific notation from an algorithm, be able to convert it into a MATLAB function, and then be able to take that function and then drop it into your Simulink. So essentially, you can do a lot of powerful things from idea using MuPad, convert it into a MATLAB M function, and then drop that into a Simulink model, and then be able to generate code from it. And that's your complete system right there. It's the fastest way to get a trading idea into actual production code in C++. Or as I said, FPGA, if that's the route you want to go. I've got a whole series of videos on that if you want to see that. But that's something I'm planning to exploit in the next few months. Just wish maybe I could pull up an image of it. Yeah, so here's a good example. So here, let me just blow this up. So let me think here. So here, you can take this type of algorithm and then generate a MuPad document from it, no different than IPython, and be able to generate code from it and then export it into Simulink. like I said, it's some very powerful things. You can take these kind of algorithms in the scientific notation and use MuPad, the editor, and be able to export it into a MATLAB function. It's very, very, very powerful. And again, the way MATLAB works, you can do some pretty potent stuff. So in this case here, let me just see if I can blow this up. Here we go. So what we have here is you have all your different math notation, exponential, or your trigonomic, or whatever, calculus, differential calculus, and then it has its own specific language. And then the look of the notation will be what you would get in a research paper or whatever you're using it from, and then export it into a MATLAB function. It's just some really powerful stuff. I highly encourage you to look at that. And you can also do charting within MuPad as well. It has its own language, its own editor. It gets kind of wonky with MATLAB because MATLAB is like an environment, but you have many different products within the MATLAB environment. You have Simulink, you have MuPad, and you have lots and lots of stuff. It's a world in its own, and I've never seen anything like it in terms of R, Python. Nothing comes close to what MATLAB delivers, and how fast you can bang it out. Anybody got questions on that or any comments on it? Let me know. Because you can do all of this under $1,000 if you get all the toolboxes for the home edition. So even if you're just wanting to prototype a trading idea, you can do it through the home edition. I think for me, it's powerful. So it's very similar to R. Well, I would say, Arthur, it's more like R on steroids with an amazing interface in terms of I just find R is very primitive and very raw, same with Python, but if you just took the power of those languages and then added on these environments, these graphical environments, it's mind-blowing what you can do. Plus you get the code generation, plus you get all the extendable packages or toolboxes you could take into Java, C++, .NET, and I can show you another product that is probably the most powerful of MATLAB. Sounds like I'm trying to sell you on MATLAB, but it's more like why I use MATLAB. There's something called Production Server. This is probably the most expensive part of MATLAB outside of distributed computing. What this does, if you're familiar with an HTTP server like an Apache, this enables you to take your MATLAB code, any script, and then have Python talk to it, have C talk to it, .NET, or Java applications talk to a production server where it's set up like an Apache server. So I'll give this info. Very powerful. Hang on here, I'll address your, Bruce said MATLAB does GPU, CUDA code. Many folks will have a GPU and either machine not even know it. Great for vector math. FPG is the most helpful for I/O, but people won't have one in their machine unless they buy one. Yeah, that's true because FPG is very expensive. R can leverage CUDA, MATLAB does have a good toolbox dedicated to that. It's a MATLAB parallel computing toolbox. The nice thing about this is you don't have to do any of the monkey work to configure it for your card, be it your whatever it is from NVIDIA. All you literally do is if you have a for loop, you just put par 4 and just change the loop, you're ready to go, and it's now paralyzing. It's that easy. It's just another option in MATLAB with the parallelization that you can get from like GPU computing, as in here. And you can set up clusters, and it's mind-blowing. My little computer here that I'm working off of does have a GPU card in it. So that is what I have, and that is built out of box, ready to go, and it's very easy to set up within MATLAB. Again, that's one of the big advantages of MATLAB, just the ability to get up and running very quickly. Anybody else got any questions at all? We've been doing pretty good for 40 minutes. Anybody else? Maybe somebody might have some questions outside of MATLAB. How am I doing so far? Okay, you guys learning a lot? I'm just probably giving you good reasons why I'm using MATLAB. Just for how quick it is. Can MATLAB interface to Hadoop? Yeah, it can actually. That's through the production server, Arthur. The production server has the ability to do that. I just showed you that. Let me just see specifically with Hadoop. Let me see. I think, yeah, it does. I think this is a new functionality. I haven't really played with it a lot. I haven't really, but I know traditionally you can do it through the production server. But I'll give you this link that, you know, MATLAB will talk to anything now. As I said, even to Python. So that's really good. So I haven't really played with this a whole lot. Not sure even what toolboxes you need, but they can definitely talk to each other. Oh, here you go. You can execute Hadoop directly from the distributed computing server, or deploy it through the MATLAB compiler, which I think is the same as through the coder, I believe. Oh no, it's through the MATLAB compiler runtime. But if it's through the distributed computing server, that's again another expensive option. But it looks like they've included some new functions here. MapReduce, which is, yeah, so there's two new functions here they've included called data store and MapReduce. So that's how they handle it. This must be new in MATLAB 2014b. I just got a copy of it a little while here, so give you more information on that. It's probably just saying data store is my Hadoop, and then a MapReduce function in there. Not sure if I'll help you out. Leo asks, are there any resources where I can learn about examples of algorithms? Yeah, there's tons that you can go through. I'm not sure your level of math, Leo. There is MATLAB. Actually, if you want to see an actual webinar on how to build a trading platform, there's an amazing a demo that you can get as a webinar from MathWorks. It's a little old, but it's still very functional. You get the source code with it, and you can actually do supposedly live trading from it using trading technologies, using a quick fix through Java. So you can do that, and then there's another one which is a continuation of that same webinar called the automated webinar. It just, like I said, it just goes on and on and on and on, and you can get some really cool stuff with it. And there's some machine learning. And then why I'm bringing this up for you, Leo, is that this is a good place to start to learn basic stuff with algorithms. So I'm not sure what aspect you're wanting to understand about trading and which algorithms to use, but if you want to do risk management, so on and so forth, you can do that too. No problem, Leo. But this is a good starting point for that. And then you can, just follow other examples. Ernie's here, Dr. Ernie Chan, and some other stuff. It's just an amazing starting point. Anybody else got any questions? Another good crowdsource is for learning algos is, yeah, Bruce says Quantopian. Yeah, Quantopian's good. Let me just pull that up. But that's all, basically Python. So if you want to work with Python and free stuff, this is a great place to start. But I think I've heard from a lot of people that they can hit the walls very quickly with this platform. Not only that, when you have your algorithm, I believe you have to upload your algorithm to their platform. which a lot of people aren't really comfortable with, just due to the fact of intellectual property and that sort of thing. So that's something you need to be concerned with. If you want another good equivalent, but for .NET, we had a demo of this about a couple of months back, Quant Connect. That's for .NET. They're kind of, I guess, competing against each other. I'm not sure the differences, but Quant Connect's another one as an option as well. Again, these are all free to get you started. I believe you can get, this has now been open sourced as well. If you go to GitHub and look for Quant Connect. Anybody else got any questions? Like I said, I could go on and on about this, but just more specific for you guys. So I want you guys to learn. But thanks for the tips, Bruce. Bruce says Quant is 1 minute bars, Quant Connect is tick data. So yeah, there is a difference there between the two. Again, if you want tick data to be stored in your desktop, IQFeed's a great resource for that. These guys. So I'll put that up for anybody who just joined us. For tick data, back data, I've shown you the menu options that you have for different types of pricing assets, for futures, options, whatever you want, Forex. How many of you guys, when we talk about securities and asset types, how many of you guys are actually doing Forex or foreign exchange? Just give me a yes on the chat box here so I know. Because usually Forex is the most popular. I can talk more about IQFeed and the data feed you can get from IQFeed. It's really, really powerful, even for arbitrage opportunities between banks that I've seen. Nobody's doing Forex? Anybody doing futures or options? Just give me a yes or a no. Anybody at all? Options. Okay, Leo's doing options. Anybody else? I'm moving into options. I just did a course. Bruce is doing options. I'll be doing a lot of options. Let's just talk a little bit about the fundamentals or trading itself. How many of you guys look at the markets, dare I say, from, let's leave it, there's a technical, analytical point of view and the fundamental point of view. How many of you are actually looking at the market from a fundamental point of view? I just want to know from an options trading perspective. Anybody looking at it from a fundamentals point of view? If not, just say no, so I know you're not using any fundamental analysis at all. And when I mean fundamental, I'm not talking about traditional like accounting. I just learned this in the course, actually. It's like learning about supply and demand, like from an economics point of view, which basically determines your pricing behavior. Because you got to remember, before they automated the options pits in Chicago, they were based on basic supply and demand before everything went to electronic trading. And that's how it's always been. It's based upon pure supply and demand. And people, from what I've talked to, never really regard that as one of the most fundamental things when it comes to options trading. So Bruce also does futures. Yeah, I mentioned futures and options because this course, there's a relationship between the two, and this course is very mathematical. It's not too heavy, but it does show you the relationship between the two. It's like when to trade an option, when to trade a futures, and it's on iTunes. I can pull that up if you want. It's a very powerful course, and let me just look for it. iTunes, futures, and options. Let's see what it pulls up. Yeah, I'll just pull up my own article here. This will give you the course information if you want to know about that course. Yeah, there's the link right here. This is the iTunes link for that course. Very powerful. Very, 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 very powerful. All my future strategies will be built on this thing. So that's the course itself. And it's from UCS in California university course. Powerful stuff. Anyways, enough of that. Bruce said, good automatable source for dividend data is X-Dividend. Oh, wow, thanks, Bruce. I appreciate that. I'll make note of that. Yeah, I like learning from you guys, too. And I share that among everybody else on my blog. But I appreciate that a lot. That really helps me out, and I'll look into it. Anybody else got any questions on the technology? I'm hoping this course, something that I would recommend you to look into for sure. Anybody else got any questions at all? From a technical point of view? Oh, what's your blog link? Aha, maybe I should promote that. I have all kinds, but your best off is to go to the blog here, Quant Labs blog. I also have an academy and all that. I don't usually push that through the meetup or the Facebook, but I've been doing that lately. So if you come under my premium or my learn, I have a little e-store, and it'll show you all my courses and stuff. You can even get a course from Ernie Chan here on backtesting as well. I think that's coming up pretty soon. That's pretty well what I do. Anybody else got any questions? Hopefully I'll help you out, Leo. Anybody else? Doing pretty good. No problem, Leo. Hope that'll help you out. Anybody else got any questions at all? Long one. Steve's got a question. Thanks, Brian. My comment. In development for a few retail traders, a couple of professional off and on, these people and platforms need some help from other software community. Backtesting is not well done on retail platform being used at the same time as retail traders trying to compete online real-time trading. Also, the platforms lack certain needed quant capability. Therefore, the research here is invaluable. Maybe I will be trading live conservatively this year, but not really HFT. All traders need to understand HFT. However, they are trading in my opinion, even if mostly to adapt to changing rules and markets in the future. I also think at minimum level work take 1 second resolution is needed for any day trading style backtesting. Yeah, Steve, I agree with that. The problem is coming from a retail trading perspective or from a non-programming perspective, it can confuse a lot of people. It overwhelms people. I ran into a YouTube video that said to do these sort of things, even to a level of high frequency trading, it takes about 7 years to really go through back end to end. And really, a CFA or a PhD just gets you the job, just gets you in the door into a company. But to understand the full fundamentals in terms of tick data analysis, like something like using IKEY feed, is critical. And as you said about the retail trading, I go on and on about that. I'm going to let you speak for that because you're here vouching for that. So I don't need to clobber that to death. But yeah, a lot of the retail trading systems do have those limitations. Also, the limitations of things like like we talked about Quantopian. A lot of more advanced traders don't want to put their intellectual property on these servers. They want to be able to keep it on their desktop or put it into their own cloud environment. So that's what I'm trying to bring to the table is to have people be able to instantly get up and running using C#, MATLAB, some of the better tools that I find. Yeah, they are not cheap, but they get you up and running a lot faster, and they can shave off the years to get you to that point. What else? I just want to make sure I'm addressing anything else. So, as you said, it's important to understand this technology if you do want to take it seriously, because you know what? You're going to have brokers manipulate your orders. You've got market makers on the exchanges that can do the same thing. So you really got to know how the data flows and how the order flows as well. It's kind of critical to know how to circumvent that stuff. So we had on Jeff earlier, and he kind of vouched for that. Leo asks, what brokers do you use for automated trading? Okay, depends what you're trading. A good one, obviously, is Interactive Brokers. I'll show you why. This is, I spell that right? Awesome. Okay. Oh, they just changed their site. Let me see here. Okay, so they have this thing called the TWS, the Trader's Workstation. This thing is their client software, but with their APIs, you can connect into it using your own tools. So all the stuff that I have on my courses and all that enable you to do that, to be able to connect into TWS via your choice, Java, C#, or C++. This is all free. You can get the software for free here. Just install it. You don't have to register or anything like that. It's really cool. So you can do your own testing at your own time and be able to connect into Interactive Brokers with using your own software and your own APIs. They have full documentation here. It's very, very powerful. And that pretty well for any type of asset you want. If it's futures, options, stocks, even Forex, they have a very large universal broker. And obviously, from all major markets, you can access Interactive Brokers. Now, if you're doing Forex, now I was really leery with Oanda and all these Forex brokers, but Oanda's from my hometown here in Toronto, so I have an advantage there. But I always thought they might be a schlocky broker, but they're not. When this the Swiss franc DPEG happened, was it last month, and all those brokers went down, including Perry, that one out of New Zealand. These guys, they weren't even affected because they have proper risk management, and anybody can get started at $5 a day, $10 a day. You can get access to their APIs. Used to be $600 a month. They got rid of that. You can connect through Java through their APIs. It's a very powerful exchange, but it's specifically only for Forex, but they do offer some of the major commodities. So this is something I'm looking at as well. And the nice thing about them is when you want to open up a trading account, you can start with $5-10 and still get access to all their data, all their stuff for just funding a very minimal account. Whereas Interactive Brokers, you need 10K. So that's the difference between the two. But those are the brokers that I like. And I'm not here to. I have no affiliation with these guys at all. But these are the ones that I'm liking a lot. Hopefully, I'll help you out, Leo. That's a good question. I think that's kind of critical from an automated trading point of view and APIs. But those are my two faves for Forex and just a universal broker. Anybody else got any questions? Anybody else? Just let me know. Like I said, don't be shy. I mean, I talk about this stuff a lot. I'm actually probably going to put this video up on YouTube so other people can learn from it. I think this is an important video recording that we're doing tonight. What are you doing? Can you? This is from Steve. Can you help those who are overwhelmed, even if they are well experienced and don't realize they are overwhelmed? They may not be aware of what info you are gathering and would benefit greatly. Yeah, I'm okay. This is even I'm struggling with it, Steve. I'm going to be honest with you. But I'm hoping. What I've done is, let me pull up my. I don't want to push my product here, but if you want to know what I'm doing to try to make people's lives easier, I've got. Let me just pull up my Academy stuff, that Learn page I just showed you. Here we go. Okay, what I've done is I have this special service called My Elite. I don't want to push. I don't want you to feel obligated to it. But what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to provide a roadmap for people so that they have an ability to go through a series of courses and understand all the different aspects that they need to understand how to start and get into trading. So in this case, let's say you want to do market data in real time. So I have courses that specify those topics. So if you want to learn IQ feed, I've got topics for that. I've got courses here on TWS, as I just showed you, from Interactive Brokers and how to use the API. So I have a structure to all that. And that's just to get you started on the technology side. Now, what I have set up is videos. I've got source code to get you literally started right away. And I'm always available on Skype or email or whatever to get you help. And I do these events weekly. So if there's enough community like tonight, we can definitely continue this and help people out and get you guys up and running. And that's just the start on the technology side. And let's say if you want to start getting into things like algorithmic trading, all the Simulink stuff I showed you, or how to use the databases. I've spent a lot of time on databases, and I keep coming back to SQL Server just for housing data. And that's very powerful to have that data at your fingertips, because now you have reporting, business intelligence, all that stuff. I mean, you can go on and on and on and on. So, I mean, this is just a starting point. That's kind of why I have this. But again, I'm not here to hawk that, but it's there. Let's just put it that way. I'll give you a link if you're interested in that as well. And I also have a more affordable one if you're interested in that as well. Let me just make sure I'm not missing any questions. Good question though. Let me just see here. Okay, I think I might. Okay, so that was Steve's question here. So we got Leo. What brokers do you use for automated trading? Okay, so we covered that, Leo, with interactive brokers and a WAN for automated trading is for the reasons I specified as well. Like I said, I'm recording this. I'll get that video up on YouTube, so if you want to watch that again. Maybe there's another question here. Okay, no, this is a new question from Steve. What are you doing can help those that overwhelm? Oh no, I've already covered that. Okay, I'm not sure what I just answered for your question, Steve, really helps you out. Let me know if it does or doesn't, and just follow up and I'll try to answer that as best as I can. Leo asks, are these self-paced courses or no? Leo, these courses are on demand, so you go in on your own time and just go at your own pace, okay? I've set it up like a courseware. I mean, I could test you and all that and give you a little certificate, but do you really need that? They are available on demand, and the courses that I do is no different than I'm doing here. I'll take questions and try to get you up and running, and try to help you out wherever I can. And I want to see people succeed at this. Really, I do. So hopefully that'll help you out. So Bruce asks, tick data doesn't play nice with SQL databases. What do you do for managing historical tick data? It depends what you're using, Bruce. What you're trying to do with the tick data. Like I said, I'm just using the tick data to house it, to analyze it, to develop trading ideas from it. That's pretty well it. Now, in terms of, as you were saying, not like if you're talking about using tick data coming into a live trading environment with like some kind of analytics engine in real time and being able to make trading decisions off that. With IQ Feed, I don't think it's on here, but IQ Feed provides you, as part of the API, they provide you an ability using Java. It's called a Java stream. So what you do is you're connecting into the connection in IQ Feed, and then using this application or in Java that IQ Feed provides, you basically subscribe to all the data that you want to listen to. So it's put onto some kind of queue. So what I have in these courses is that you build basically a message bus of all your queues, all your ticks being put onto a queue, and then that you can feed that into some kind of analytic engine. So I show that in these courses here that I've got. And I've got some very simplistic ways of doing that. And then you can also build MATLAB to be able to assist in that development of that analytic engine, and then be able to, on top of that, build your event handling for your trading. For your execution and your order management as well. So try to do it in a simplistic way, but it is kind of quite complicated, as you know. So make sure hopefully I'll help you out. Perhaps with temporal data, time slicing databases as TempDB is the best fit. Arthur, I've looked at in-memory databases. There is that. That needs to be considered. The problem is that it's a monster on its own to be able to handle databases and like the in-memory databases. If you go to my blog, let me just pull up another page here. I got really turned on to a really powerful database, a NoSQL called Redis. This is powerful. It's fast. It scales. The new version includes redundancy now and failover and all kinds of stuff. So what I've done is I've just included in the chat all the Redis stuff. I've gone on and on and on and on about using Redis as a potential database for exactly what you're looking for. And it's an open source database. You can grab it online from Redis.io. If anything I've looked at, it's still my favorite option. There's another one called Mongo. It's pretty good too. But the Redis is very, very powerful. And you get source code too. So you can download the source code and tinker with it. And it's done in C as well. So this can be put onto an embedded operating system. But you can. I just don't want to overwhelm people. This is another topic. But these are just areas that you can easily cover with building a full trading system. But I'm trying to keep everything simple if people are just starting out. So Alexandra says Redis is better than Cache MIT DB. I'm not sure if you're referring to the Memcache. I'm not sure which MIT database here. Let me just pull up Google here. Redis is fast. I mean, I've looked at some pretty nice stuff, but I just keep coming back to Redis. That's one I've never seen before, to be honest. I'm not sure if this is the one I should be looking at. Yeah, this might be an old one, but Redis is fairly modern. You got Berkeley as well, similar idea. Berkeley database. You got a whole ton of them. See, a lot of people like Redis. So hopefully that'll help you out. Yeah, thanks, Arthur. Yeah, I agree. Redis is really, really powerful. And even Microsoft uses it. I'm not sure if you're a Microsoft. I don't think you are. But Microsoft uses it for their Microsoft research, and they try to build it for Windows. So Microsoft's all over it as well. Oh, okay, so here's a link from Alexandra. Appreciate that. Okay. Oh, InterSystems. I think I've seen this before. Is it open source? There's a bunch out there. Is it a commercial one? No, sorry. This is a project at MIT, so which means it must be. I'll check this out. That looks cool. The problem is like when you pick one database, there's always another one like 2 seconds later that is going to rival. I've been approached by the guys from Aerospike. I've been approached by Mongo themselves. It just goes crazy. Yeah, there's it's similar to Memcache and CouchDB, but there's another one. I can't remember the name of it. It's like CouchDB, but I can't remember the name of it. It's just there's so many. I can't remember. There's CouchDB. There's a ton of them. So Leah knows Aerospike. Need a ton of SSDs for it. Yeah, solid state drives. So Leo asks, sorry if I missed it, but what data are you using to store? I'm not really using Redis right now, Leo. It's just it's an option for in-memory if I ever wanted to go like high. I won't say high. I don't like using the word high-frequency trading. A lot of people get misconstrued by that. In order to do it, you need to have a large capital, about a $250,000 to really take advantage of the real term of HFT. So Arthur's comeback. It's good to store user data. Yeah, that's great. And I've looked at Cassandra as well, Arthur. There's different use cases, but if you're just purely looking for in-memory, Redis is pretty good. There's another one that handles both the power of Cassandra and Redis. There's a lot of drawbacks with Redis because you really couldn't cluster it or have failover, but I think they've addressed that now with some new additions that they've added to the Redis. So I think Redis has got rid of a lot of the shortcomings it used to have. So Arthur says Cassandra is good for fast writes. That's right. Yeah, same with Redis as well. is a share nothing database. So does that mean you're not persisting? Is that what you're meaning, Arthur? Maybe I'm not fully up to date with the terms. It's good that we're talking about stuff like this. But again, these are no SQL databases. No single point of failure in Cassandra. Correct. And that's done in Java as well. But as I said, these are all NoSQL databases, and then there's a traditional relation databases as well, like Oracle or SQL Server. And out of that, I like SQL Server. Just to house data, analyze the data. And you can also have MATLAB connect into those databases as well. Currently, I'm using Postgres, but I may move over to SQL Server again. I'm not sure yet. But Postgres has been pretty good. I'm pretty surprised on its power. Anybody else got any questions on that? I can show you a trick if you're interested with Postgres. This was really cool. I think it was CUDA NAC. You might be interested in this research. Yeah, this project here, PG Storm. This thing's amazing. This guy wrote a paper where you can use CUDA as a board to paralyze Postgres. It's amazing, using CPU or GPU process to speed up Postgres and kind of have it in memory. And this is all open source. I think there's a GitHub project for it, developed by some guy in Asia somewhere from NAC. You might want to take note of that. I just put it in the chat box there. Yeah, with Couchbase it has a memory store, column store features. Yeah, I think a lot of them do, but I mean Cassandra's pretty good, but I think it's getting a little dated now. I mean, things are changing so fast. Anybody else got any questions at all? Maybe you want to continue database talk? That's cool. Just like I said, I'm just trying to show you some tips and tricks. But this one I really like a lot, the PG Storm. I haven't tried it out, but I know some people that have reported back it's quite good. Anybody else at all? Man, we went over an hour. I'm quite surprised. I didn't think that would happen, but thank you very much for staying tuned on this. This is quite good of you. Anybody else got any questions, comments, tidbits for everybody? Nuggets? We're always looking. It's all about learning here. Anybody else? Anybody got any comments or feedback? Anyone want to post any hate mail for me? I get not a lot and not as much as I used to. Oh, no problem, Bruce. Thanks for putting this together. As I said, thanks, Bruce. Nicely done. I appreciate that, man. Like I said, I'm here to help wherever you guys want. Thanks, Arthur, for a great meetup. Let me just repeat. If you guys are like New York time, I know maybe you got a job to go to, but I am doing another one at 11:30 tonight for Asia and Europe. So if you want to tune in for that, it'll be totally different material. I'm probably going to put that one on YouTube as well if I get enough people, because these are open-ended, so it could be about anything. Bruce is from New York. Well, same time zone. I'm in Toronto, obviously, Bruce. Appreciate you coming out, like I said. Anybody else got any questions or comments? Oh, Alexandria, welcome from Brazil. We're in the same time zone. I know we had a couple of people from Brazil. Are you from Sao Paulo? We had somebody from Sao Paulo a couple of months back. Porto Alegre. I wouldn't know where that is, my man. I know the big cities. Rio Grande del Sul. I gotta check that out. Maybe I should pull up a map. South of Brazil. Hey, it must be cold there in Brazil where you are. I'm in negative 34 below. I think a few days ago we were the second coldest city or town in the world. Help, get me out of here. Anybody else got any questions or comments? Oh, we got some more accelerators. Regarding CUDA, Bitcoin miners are throwing away rooms full of graphic card accelerators. Watch for them on sale, Steve. Thanks a lot for letting me know. I will be in the market for sure. What do you cover in your premium versus the elite? Actually, let's put it this way. The premium is more of an archive, all the stuff that I've done for the last 4 or 5 years. And then the elite's kind of like everything with a better structure. As I said, I've shown you that list here. There's like a dashboard, and there's all these videos. I'll put that link in there if you want to see that again. I've got a dashboard. It's just better organized. The premium's kind of like a blog, and if you want to see the videos on that, I'll give you up to that. But basically, that's a major difference. The other big difference will be the elite with all my new stuff that I'm doing. All my new code will be going into the elite. As I said, that's why I'm calling this premium and archive. The only thing I'll keep up to date with that are these videos, the video playbacks, my analytics. I'm going to be moving into this as well, which is this. And I'm going to be actually, I'm treating this as a standalone product right now, but I'm going to get rid of that. Seems to be kind of complicated to market 3 products. I got the elite, analytics, and the premium. So I'm just going to roll the analytics into either of these and just get rid of the analytics as a product and just have that as an additional product. And then in the future, all my new system, my next generation of stuff will have basically all that will go into the elite. So that's going to be the big difference. No, Leo, no. Unfortunately, it's not. It's a big upfront cost, and there's a reason for that. It's just for the amount of software I put in that. It's just to sort of like, I've had people come in, take the code, and then repost it. And a lot of work's been put into it. It's just kind of like a trade secret stuff. So that's why I have these kind of fees up front, and then it goes monthly after that. But if you just want, I know I have a lot of people that just want to pay one-time fees, and I've got products for that. So say if you always want to do all the courses, just come on to Learn, you'll get all the courses. You can get all the courses and access to that as one fee. If you want to do just breakdown of different R courses and all that, they're fairly cheap too, like $70, and then just one-time fee. And then all these courses are part of that elite as well. So that's that. If you want to go that route, I've designed it for that, because I do have a lot of people that don't want to pay a monthly fee. So hopefully that'll help you out too. So just come into the Learn page here and the my shopping cart, and just go through what you want, and you can just pick off what you like. Try to keep it easy. But there is one in there for all. I know it's somewhere in there. There's one of them. I think it's complete. Somewhere in there. You'll find it though. If not, let me know, and I can get in touch with you. I can follow it up. Oh, here we go. This one right here is what I'm referring to. If you wanted to do all the courses, just pay once, be done with it, and you're all good to go. And if you want to join any of these things, just let me know. I'm very flexible. Anybody else got any questions or comments? Let me know. And again, I'll be doing these weekly all the time. I enjoy these. I've been doing these weekly now, I think since November, December, like 3 months now. Every week we've been doing something. If it's not a vendor presenting something, or myself, or I'm going to be doing more analysis stuff, like doing these trading clubs, get a bunch of people, and just hash around some trading ideas, how we think the week's going to look. That's why I'm moving away from the technology, because I've got all the technology stuff out there that's been doing it for 5 years, and there's so many videos now on it. Want to move more into analytics and strategy development and strategy and trading ideas. That's what I'm going to be more focusing on. Anybody else got any comments or anything? If not, we can give it a wrap. We can continue at 11:30 tonight if you want. It's up to you. Continue or however you want to do it. Anybody else want to chime in at all? No? Yes? Who wants to come out at 11:30 tonight? That's for 10 a.m. I think it's Mumbai time in India. because most of my Facebook guys that come into my group are from India. Good chunk of them, so they've been asking when do we get our own session. Yeah, let me just pull up. How many of you guys are on my Facebook page? Let me just pull up my Facebook here. Just give me a yes or no if you're on my Facebook. I'll show you that in a minute. I'll put the link in. I have a Facebook group. We're just coming up to 1,200 people. It's been just growing like a weed. And what I'm trying to do is I removed all the comments and stuff off of my. Here. Okay, so here's my group for the Facebook. So I just post all the stuff you get on my blog. It's all there, and some people comment. It's been kind of quiet for the last couple week or so. But we do get a lot of interactive engagement on it. So I'll give you that link. That's the link there. And I also have a fan page as well. So if you're not on Facebook, I think you can still get access to this. I did open it up for public viewing. And again, it's just everything on the blog, just reposted here. But there's just the ability to interact on it with myself or anybody else that's part of my community or audience. But like I said, it's a fast-growing group, and I'm on Twitter as well. Let me just see what I got here. Yeah, two members away from 1,200, so it's growing. Pretty happy about it, and we get about 3 to 5 new ones a day. So yeah, check it out, man. Anybody else got any questions or comments or anything? How many of you guys want to come out tonight at 11:30 for, what's it called, the EMA edition for Europe, Middle East, and Asia? Just give me a yes or no. Next week, let me just see what's coming up next week. We might have our next, let me just see what's coming up. Okay, how you are? I'm not sure because I have my Facebook guys and then I have my meetup guys. You guys do know, if you're coming in from Facebook, you guys do know about my meetup group. So I post everything there. I treat them the same, Facebook and Facebook. Our meetup and Facebook are the same. So yeah, so next week, next Monday, we're going to have our first 2015 non-techie Babble session. So we're going to talk about trading, but try to stay away from technologies. Talk about what's happening in the markets and ideas, and just learn, man. That's what it's about. I did one at the end of the year. I took away a lot from it. So hopefully some people will be into that. So do check that out. And I think Arthur's part of this group, my R group. They're pretty well all treated the same. So I do have an R MATLAB users group as well. So I treat them all the same. Everyone gets the same meetups. So that's that. That's what's happening in the next or next week. How many of you guys are from Toronto? I know Arthur is. I'm not sure. Oh, Leo, you're from Toronto as well? Arthur, yeah. You do. Well, let me just show you. We're doing a new din-din. I don't want you guys to miss this if you're in .NET. I manage this group here. I do have this event coming up on March 3rd, Tuesday. It's for .NET developers. No trading. I'm not saying no to no trading, but it's gonna be our first one for this group as a din-din instead of the other ones, the trading and groups I've been having, all those din-din sessions. I'm going to try out this .NET and see how that goes. All right, so yeah, man, check it all out. Arthur, if you want. Anybody else got any questions or comments? If not, I'll prepare this video, put it up on YouTube for everybody else that may have missed this. This is really useful. as I said, I really appreciate you guys coming out for this. This was really, really good. Hour and a half. Thank you very much, honestly. If you want, I'm hoping I'm going to get a crowd out for 11:30 in the India time. So I have no idea what kind of crowd I'm expecting. This will be my first audience from that area of the world for them. Convenient to them. No worry, Alexandra. I hope that helps you out. Anybody else, let me know. You guys can, I'm not sure, if you can always reach me on Facebook if you want. Gave you the Facebook group. You can just put a request out and you can message me via Facebook or Twitter if you're on Twitter. I do it all. As I said, if you go on my main page, I got Quant Labs. Here, you can always tweet me if you want as well. What was the other meetup? For you, Arthur, you're referring to the .NET group? I'm assuming. Just let me know if I'm right or wrong on that for the .NET.
No, the financial, the one you showed before, the .NET one.
You're referring to on Meetup or Facebook?
It was the meetup.
Okay, I have 3. I've got the Quant Finance. I'll put that in there. That's the one you wanted?
Yep, and what was your Twitter handle?
Oh, Twitter, yeah, sure. It's Twitter, Quant Labs, just Quant Labs. Just like that.
Thanks.
No problem. Be a follower if you want. I'm all over it. I even have an Instagram. Oh, I should tell you about that. Jeez, I'm an idiot. I've been doing Instagram for a couple of months now. I put up all these private charts, videos, analysis and stuff, except for the crazy winter posting and the mouse as a test. But usually I got some private little video stuff you can't get anywhere else. It's all on Instagram. So check that out. It's some interesting factoids that come out of that. So anybody can visit that. So, forgot to mention that one. That's another fast-growing group too. I'm even on Pinterest. Anybody else got any comments or questions? If not, we can continue, as I said, 11:30. No? Okay. If you want, we can give it a wrap. You want to do that? Come out 11:30 tonight. Hopefully that'll be a good one as well. As I said, thanks again for coming out, guys. This was awesome. I'm really excited that you guys came out. Don't be obligated for all that elite membership stuff. If you're into it, you're into it. If not, don't feel obligated. It's there just to make people's lives easier. But that's how I live, right? That's how I eat, And I just learned from a posting I saw. Unfortunately, grocery stores don't give out free food. That's the same idea, I guess, here. Anybody else got any comments or questions before I wrap her up? And then, like I said, we can continue this on tonight at 11:30 if you want to be part of that group as well. And then, of course, there's next week as well, next Monday, for, as I said, our non-techie trading babble session. No? You want me to do the going once, twice, and 3 times? Going once, going twice, going 3 times? Okay. We'll give her a wrap. Thanks again, guys, for coming out. Really appreciate it. Hopefully I can see you maybe 11:30. If not, maybe next week if you want. 7 o'clock. I'll put the login ID on the usual meetup areas and the Facebook event areas as well. All right, man. Thanks again. And hopefully I'll talk to you soon. And good luck in your trading. If you've got any questions, you got all my info, Facebook or Twitter. Okay, man. I'm going to give her a wrap. No problem, Steve. Thanks for coming out. And to anybody else, Leo, thanks for coming out. And thanks, Arthur and Alexandra, as well, for coming out. Have a good night. If I don't see you later tonight at 11:30, okay? I'll talk to you soon. Thanks again. And have a good night. Alrighty. Over and out.